All right, here's our topic. Here's some important information if you need it. I want to thank Dr. Kellogg and Persis Workala, who have really helped me understand logs a lot better. Here's our objective, and I want you to, the main thing is when you, the answer to a logarithm is an exponent of a number. Either, most commonly, it's going to be 10 or Euler's number, or E. John Napier invented logs in the late 16th, 17th centuries, a Scottish mathematician, and logarithm means ratio number. Ten raised to what power gives you 100? Well, 2, because 10 times 10 is 2. But when you get to numbers that are not easy, like 90, 10 raised to what would give you 90, this is where logarithms come in. All right? And these two are basically the same problem. If you were to put this into your calculator, it'll figure out the answer for you because the calculator has been pre-populated with the answers to logs. This is what logs will look like on paper. This first number 10 is known as the base. The x is known as the argument. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's called an argument because there probably was a little bit of, you gotta figure it out what it is, and then I'm not exactly sure, but in that your answer is an exponent. Now, I want you to read it like a circle. Here's my log. You look at that first number, the 10. Sometimes the 10 isn't going to be written, right? The 10 is known as the base. And the 10, what's the exponent of this base? In this case, 10. So 10 raised to some power. All right, then you go into the x, and that's the circle. That will give me x. So 10 raised to what power gives you x? That's how you should read a log, or how you should understand them as they're written. Now, there are two main logarithms. Great title, the common log. Its symbol is just log, and that's base 10. The other is the natural log, and its symbol is ln, and that's Euler's number, much like pi. There's the beginning of it. It's a rational number in that it doesn't repeat and keeps going like pi. The answers to both of these will be exponents of their base. Now, some very important points about logs. They don't do math. It's not like subtraction or addition. You're not changing the number. It's like scientific notation. You are changing what it looks like. You can't, a negative input into a log can't happen. If you plugged any negative number on your calculator, you'd get it to be undefined. You can't raise a number to an exponent and arrive at a positive number, right? All right, here we go. What's the log of 100? What log base 10 of 100? 10 raised to what power gives you 100? Well, 2. All right, so the log of 100 is 2. What's the log of a decimal? All right, well, 10 raised to what power gives you that decimal? The answer is -4. So the log of that decimal is -4. All right, what if the decimal is like it's not like 1, it's in between two numbers? Well, just remember like where it starts and like what's the next biggest one above it and the one below it. You can see there's the first one's -2 and the last one's -3. So my answer to this one is going to be between them, like -2.2 or something. I wouldn't know that off the top of my head. I would have to look it up or use a calculator, or in the olden days I used to look up a logbook. That's what John Napier did. Now, what about this one? Well, here you go. Now it's the same as the last one, but just in the opposite direction. All right, what's between that? I'm going to go with 3.1. All right, I was a little bit off. But remember, with all of these, that 3.27, 3.279, that's an exponent of 10. All right? Now, what's the natural log of 1? This is interesting. What number would I raise e to get 1? Well, remember, if I'm getting 1 with exponents, my answer is 0. Because x to the 0 power gives you 1. So e to the 0 power gives you 1. So the answer to this one, or the exponent, is 1. What's the natural log of 200? Well, I plug it into my calculator, there I get it. And just remember that it's telling you that e raised to 5 that number is 200. What about a decimal? Well, I plug it into my calculator, that I get, why is it negative? All right? And remember, this is an exponent. E raised to this power, if you remember your negative exponent rule, that becomes a positive exponent in the denominator. And then I'm basically dividing 1 by a really big number, or relatively big, and that's why I get a decimal. All right, here we go. What about natural log of -3? Well, I told you previously you cannot do this because you can't multiply any number to an exponent and arrive at a negative number. All right? At least one that is rational, or non-imaginary, I should say. What is Dr. Square going to provide for us today? pH and logs. Well, pH tell you hydronium, and logarithms tell you exponents. There you have it. Let me know if they've got any questions in the comments. All right, bye.